There was one day on the farm that I had to make the painful, very painful decision to shut production down because we were doing exteriors and it started raining and raining more. And
it goes from 80% to 100%.
Well, let me ask you this. If we have 50% interiors, is that right?
More, maybe.
Okay. Well, what if we do all those first and hopefully maybe the rain will subside at 2 in the morning and then we can do our thing. We have a situation. We got Ernie Hudson today, and today's our last day on the farm. The lighting department is very concerned with safety issues. We're basically trying to organize our shots in a way that allows us to get what we need. We're weatherproofing the camera and bringing in rain gear for the guys. We need to get 3 grips on a moment's notice. If we don't get them, we may not be able to shoot today, and our whole project is in jeopardy.
Your little camera's covered in plastic. Some crystals got exposed on film, and some will today.
How much sleep did you get?
3.5 hours.
Excellent. We're going to hold it like an umbrella over the camera operator. You know, I saw a guy down on Skid Row that looked just like that.
All right, let's rehearse it with camera. Camera's going up.
You're talking about, I'm that guy.
Oh, is that it?
Roll camera. Speed. Set. Action.
Unfortunately, the rain got so bad that Ben Braemar, the first assistant director, took me aside. And he said, "Can I speak to you privately?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And he said, "Look,
I've seen a lot of short films like really rush to get it done, and it's like, what's the rush? It's just like if it'll take 6 months to make a better film, do that.
Yeah. Don't, because we're really just talking about one day. Because tomorrow's a controlled time.
We can put our thinking caps on and make it happen."
Now getting Ernie Hudson back on November 18th was another story because it tends to get cold in Chicago, and Ernie's been living out in LA.
Shooting in Chicago is a little scary to begin with just because the weather changes so much. So I got up and I went on the internet and checked the weather forecast, which is saying something like 20 degrees. I'm like, no, that ain't going to happen. I'm not going, sorry.
And I was calling him to talk to him about the specifics, and he's like, "What? I looked at the weather and blah, 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 it's going to be cold and this and that." And for like 5 minutes, I basically just listened. I just listened. And the whole time I'm thinking, this could be the end of our film.
You sort of build up this energy, and then and we talked about it. And then, of course, I'm going to go back. Of course, I'm going to do what it takes to finish the movie.
Okay, here we go.
Ernie's walking.
Ernie's in a good mood today. But I just listened and just heard him, basically. And that's all I really could do.
Because your mind, my mind, I'm going like, man, I'll go back there, I'm going to catch pneumonia, I'm going to get a cold, it's going to be awful, I'm going to freeze, it's going to be 1 day, it's going to turn into 3 days, so just all this stuff that you build up to.
He said, it's not like I wasn't going to do it, but I just needed to express myself. And he did it very, very well and very effectively. He scared the crap out of me, actually.
He was totally up for it. He agreed to it the day that we got rained out.
You always want to do it under ideal circumstances, but that's not the nature of the work that we do. The crew's been out there all night. I mean, I do my little bit and I run inside and get warm. And I feel for those guys who've been out there for hours, but that's why I'm an actor and not a grip,
I know what I've got, I know what I'm asking of him, and it's beyond typical reason of what someone would expect someone of his caliber to be doing. So I'm very grateful, for sure.